If I were to tell you that there is a single movement, no equipment, no gadgets, that would tone your legs, correct your posture, increase your energy, and even boost your vitality, you might think I am kidding, right? But trust me, this is very real, and the amazing thing is that most people over 50 haven't even heard of it. It is known as the horse stance, and while at first glance it may look like you're just standing still, don't be fooled. This ancient pose has been used for centuries by martial artists, healers, and athletes, not for appearances, but for its powerful benefits. Here's the best part. It takes just 2 minutes a day. You can do it in your living room, in the kitchen, while waiting for your coffee, or even beside your bed. No gym membership required, no running, no putting a strain on your joints. And yet this position not only conditions your muscles, it also gets your brain into shape, and the way it is supporting balance, joint health, circulation, and even hormonal energy may genuinely amaze you. Today's video, I am going to break down how the horse stance works exactly and why it is one of the smartest movements you can incorporate after 50. And believe me, you are going to want to hang on until benefit number 7, because it is something hardly anyone discusses, but everybody over 50 needs to know. But before I do that, leave your name and where you are watching from in the comments. I'd love to give you a shout out. Now let's get started. Let's be real. After 50, lower body strength is not just about looking strong, it is about everyday independence. Being able to get up from a chair without leaning on your hands, climbing stairs without flinching, walking with confidence without fear of falling. That is where the horse stance fits in. Think of it like a power station for your legs. The instant you sink into this position, your quads, glutes, hamstrings, and calves all contract simultaneously and remain contracted throughout. No bouncing, no pounding, simply consistent, controlled tension. And that is where the magic happens. Unlike high-impact moves that beat up your knees and hips, this exercise develops strong strength without the wear and tear. Easy on your joints, hard on your muscles. The ideal recipe for an older body that nevertheless wishes to remain strong. And here is something few people consider. The stronger your legs, the greater freedom you have in life. Whether it is carrying groceries, catching yourself on a slippery floor, your legs are literally your life support system. Only 2 minutes of horse stance a day can put power back into you that you didn't even know you'd lost, giving you a centered, steady sense that transfers to everything you do. Because aging well doesn't involve weakening, it involves training smarter. Now your core. Most people believe core strength is all about six-pack abs. But after 50, it is about something much bigger: stability, posture, and protecting the spine. The horse stance works your entire midsection, not just the front, but your sides, obliques, and those deep stabilizing muscles in your lower back. Each second you maintain this stance, your body has to stabilize without leaning, twisting, or collapsing. That constant subtle effort, that is your core firing on all cylinders. And it makes more difference than you realize. A strong core reduces pressure on your lower back, allows you to sit and stand for longer periods without discomfort, and enhances the way your entire body moves. Now, simple things like turning to glance in your blind spot while driving, waiting in line, or even getting out of bed are easier and less exhausting. Unlike planks or crunches that tend to pull on the shoulders or neck, horse stance develops core strength. The kind of strength that goes silently with you through the day. No showy technique, no speed, just slow breathing, holding and building up where it matters. Because after 50, your core is not about looks, it is about energy. One of the most insidious signs of age is a creeping loss of balance. You don't even realize it is until you skip a step, trip over a curb, or catch yourself grabbing at walls, just in case. But the good news is this: you can retrain your balance without ever leaving your seat. That is precisely what the horse stance accomplishes. By standing in this position, your whole body from the feet to the head must remain in the center. Your muscles contract to maintain your balance, but more importantly, your brain activates something known as proprioception, your internal GPS that identifies where you are in space. It is akin to restarting your balance system, and with time, this doesn't only increase stability, it increases confidence. Whether you're hiking, dancing, or just walking to the mailbox on a slick morning, you'll feel more sure-footed and in control. And here's a little bonus. This kind of balance training doesn't require standing on one foot or using fancy gadgets. All it takes is your body, your breath, and a moment of stillness. Because here's the truth. Falls aren't just random accidents. They're warnings. The horse stance prepares you ahead of time so that those accidents don't happen, restoring that quiet confidence with each step you take. And now let's jump into something most fitness channels never discuss. Caring for your health down below. After age 50, you want strength and balance. But so too do you need circulation, vitality, and yes, even healthy sex. The horse stance accomplishes something special. It engages the deep muscles around your hips, pelvis, and lower belly regions that most conventional exercises totally neglect. When you maintain the stance, pelvic circulation is increased with a gentle stimulation of tissues and enhancement of vascular function. For men, this translates to improved circulation for erectile purposes and greater muscular control. In women, it can enhance pelvic floor tone, which aids in bladder control and improves sexual health. This isn't vanity. It is keeping yourself connected to your body and living a quality of life thing without having to depend on pills or expensive treatments. And there is one more perk. Because this stance facilitates consistent breathing and reduces stress hormones, most people experience improved mood, better sleep, and a restored sense of energy. The horse stance doesn't merely maintain you strong in the gym. It keeps you alive in daily life. Aging does not necessarily imply slowing down. It can mean waking up. Now let's shift to the mind. Most exercises condition your body through movement, but the horse stance does one more thing. It conditions your mind to remain calm when everything within you desires to quit. Sustaining this posture isn't merely physical, it is deeply mental. After 30 seconds, your legs shake, your mind wanders, and your brain yells stop. But if you take a breath, remain immobile, and persevere, something amazing occurs. You are not only creating muscle, you are cultivating toughness. That is the resilience that translates to real life. When stress arises, when plans implode, when sleep is fitful, you remain more grounded because you've conditioned yourself to remain stable under pain. Science confirms it. Slow, intent movements coupled with breath control decrease cortisol, enhance emotional control, and create mental resilience. For those over 50, that is revolutionary. Life may not become easier, but you can become stronger, both inside and out. And much of that inner strength starts with accomplishing one small, difficult task daily, such as holding steady when your mind insists on quitting. This is not exercise. It is emotional armor. Now about joints, because if there is one thing that tends to remind us of age, it is knees, hips, and ankles. Stiffness seeps in, aches become routine, and even straightforward movements begin to feel more burdensome. But suppose you were able to strengthen your joints without weakening them. That is precisely what the horse stance accomplishes. Rather than repetitive, high-impact exercises that wear down cartilage and stress tendons, this pose generates strength from rest. It is referred to as isometric loading, and it conditions the tendons and ligaments that keep your joints joined tenderly. As you stand in the stance, your knees, hips, and ankles automatically come into alignment, generating smooth tension, enough to initiate adaptation, but not so much as to put you in strain. In time, this restores integrity to your joints, decreases stiffness, and guards you against slips and falls, injuries, or unexpected steps. It is like constructing invisible scaffolding within your body, silent support columns that keep you grounded, stable, and free of pain. So, if you've ever avoided exercise out of fear of harming your knees or hips, this movement presents a secure, joint-friendly alternative. Your joints don't need to fail with age, just the proper type of training. And now, let's tap into something even more significant. Your hips, because when your hips become less mobile, your ability to move freely starts to erode. If you ever catch yourself stiff when getting out of a chair, or feeling tight when bending to tie your shoelaces, you know precisely what I am talking about. Limited hip movement is one of the sneakiest effects of aging, and one of the main reasons why people lose their mobility. And this is precisely where the horse stance excels. As you settle into the stance, your hip joints automatically start opening up, stretching the connective tissues and muscles surrounding the pelvis. Unlike forceful stretching exercises, this movement allows you to gain flexibility safely and progressively. No jerking, no lunging deep, no contorting yourself into complex yoga poses. Better hip mobility doesn't just make movement easier, it supports posture, balance, digestion, and even reduces your risk of falls. Tight hips can pull on your lower back, compress the spine, and throw your entire body out of alignment. But here's the beauty of the horse stance. You don't have to go very low to feel the benefits. Even a shallow version gradually loosens those hips over time. More flexible hips equal less morning stiffness, greater freedom of movement in the afternoon, and greater confidence with each step you take. Because when your hips roll, the rest of your body takes a cue. Now let's discuss something even more interesting. Your hormones. Ever notice that your energy just isn't what it used to be? Or that your mood takes a dip for no apparent reason? You are not dreaming past age 50. Natural hormonal changes can influence everything: sleep, energy, sex drive, and overall mood. But the better news is this: the horse stance can cause your body to balance out naturally. When you maintain this position, you place your body under a mild, controlled stress, the healthy kind. This gentle stress lowers cortisol, your primary stress hormone, while boosting circulation of testosterone and endorphins. Even in brief workouts, that is more energy, a better attitude, and even sharper mind. And since the posture pairs slow breathing with whole body engagement, it anchors your nervous system. It quiets fretting, clarifies thinking, and provides that stable, "I've got this" feeling. It isn't magic, it is basic mechanics. You are communicating to your body, "I am still present. I still move. I still count." And your body listens. So if you are fed up with energy slumps and feeling off, don't simply grab another supplement. Practice standing still on purpose. You might be amazed at the transformation. Now, here is another sneaky strength of this exercise. What if you could engage nearly every large muscle group in your body without moving a step? That is the brilliance of the horse stance. It appears motionless on the outside, but inside, your whole body is abuzz with activity. Your legs support your weight. Your core stabilizes your spine. Your back and shoulders keep you standing up. Even your arms are involved quietly as you maintain posture and balance. It is a covert full body workout, quiet, effective, and amazingly powerful. This type of activation is isometric training, and it is particularly worth it after 50, since it develops strength without repeated stressing, safeguards your joints, and enhances the communication between your brain and muscles. It also simulates the strength you require in real life, carrying groceries, picking up a grandchild, or remaining upright on uneven terrain. These are the motions that count, and the horse stance prepares you for all of them. No blaring music, no sophisticated equipment, just your body moving in harmony from the inside out. So if conventional workouts are just too tough on your joints, but you still want strength, stability, and stamina, this is your move. And here is the last piece: simplicity. Let's get real. Most individuals above 50 don't enjoy working out at the gym. The crowded machines, the noise level, and the possibility of injury make it very easy to avoid exercises altogether. But what if your own body could be your most dependable gym? One you have with you wherever you go. That is the best part about the horse stance. No dumbbells, no mat, no equipment whatsoever. Just you, a little room, and 2 quiet minutes. You can do it in your bedroom, on your patio during a lunch break, or even barefoot in the kitchen while you are waiting for your coffee to brew. And since it is so fast and easy, it really gets done. No hour-long procedures. No wasting hours on warm-ups, just steady, effective effort with results you can feel. And that is the ticket. Sustainability. Real change at 50 doesn't result from fancy plans. It results from easy habits you can continue. Wherever life may lead you, on vacation, in retirement, or just at home, your personal gym is always with you. You just need to set up and maintain that stance. Now let's discuss how to actually perform the horse stance. Let's go over how to perform the horse stance. Easy, safe, and effective. Begin with feet together. Step out in a toes out, heels out pattern so that your legs become roughly twice shoulder width apart. Turn your toes slightly outward. Slowly lower your hips as if sitting down on an imaginary stool. From there, try to angle your thighs approximately parallel with the ground. Keep your back straight, chest lifted, and ensure that your knees track over your toes. Eyes looking ahead, chin level. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Hold for 30 seconds initially, then build up to a 1 or even 2-minute hold over time. Concentrate on remaining tall, grounded, and serene. No hurry. The strength of the exercise lies in stillness. Now, who should not do the horse stance? Skip this move if you recently had surgery on your knees, hips, or lower back, or if you have uncontrolled high blood pressure or severe balance problems. And as always, check with your doctor or physical therapist before you begin any new habit, particularly if you are living with chronic joint or heart problems. So why is this easy pose so significant? Because in a world that always urges you to move quicker, accomplish more, and keep busy, the horse stance presents something entirely different. Stillness with intent. It is not dramatic. It won't become a viral sensation on social media, but it does work. At this point in life, you don't need more commotion. You need strength that endures, balance that guards, and confidence that is rooted. In 2 minutes a day, you can regain lower body power, return to stability and good posture, and help your internal health. No equipment, no medication, no gym membership required. And here is the greater truth. This is not about exercise. It is about showing yourself that you are not finished growing up, that you still possess the ability to get better, to regain control, and to invest in yourself. Small, ongoing steps transform lives, and the horse stance is included. So here is my ask. Are you going to give it a try? Stand up, get yourself to a quiet place, and do just 30 seconds. Allow your body to remind you what it can do, and allow your mind to remember that grounded power in you. And if you do already do the horse stance, I'd love to hear how you find it in the comments. How long can you hold?